number 46 here. The stars are seeing gangs of homeless people looting shops, group shooting in Texas and New York. So New York and Texas, we say immigrants no more corner criminals be the woman. Or don't have bomb crofo kurum has here to anyhow loot shops. It's going to happen, especially in Texas and New York. That is it. Immigrants no more doors who could be required to abandon all that. Now be no more shop no more loot to normal. So Obama abufa to the point where police in Timisano. So they might even bring the army in 2024. The American you see is going to happen in the news. Fortunately now, Obianya News, CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, all the time we are watching them. So beginning very easy for us to have access to.
You are watching surveillance footage showing 5 asylum seekers who viciously attacked police officers in New York's Times Square as the cops were attempting to detain another man. Now, the assault happened last Saturday when police attempted to disperse a disorderly group of people. ABC News reports that when officers attempted to place an individual in custody, the suspects began to kick and punch the officers, and then they fled the scene. And you can see all of that taking place in the surveillance footage that we just showed you. Now, luckily, no one was seriously injured, and the police were treated on the scene for minor injuries, including one person who had, some cuts to his face. The suspects, luckily, were later arrested. The suspects were identified Wednesday as Yorman Reveron, 24 years old, Darwin Andres Gomez Isquiel. Now, it is being widely reported now by local news outlets in New York that the individuals who carried out these assaults are actually asylum seekers. The assault took place in front of a migrant shelter, and there have been increasing scuffles with migrants between one another for the most part, but this is the first time that we're seeing surveillance footage of them literally attacking cops and being kind of brazen and emboldened enough to do something like that. One of them already had a criminal record. Reveron has 2 pending cases in Manhattan for assault and robbery. He allegedly attacked a loss prevention officer at a Macy's department store during an alleged robbery, and also allegedly punched and bit a Nordstrom Rack employee in November. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, because I have a whole argument that I'm about to make. But let me just say this. Considering the lack of resources for migrants, considering the fact that you have a situation in which there isn't enough shelter and you have migrants sleeping outside, can we deport the migrants who are engaging in this kind of behavior and this kind of crime? Like, one of them has already gotten arrested twice for assaulting employees at retail stores. And then you have the surveillance footage of them kicking cops in the head as the cops are trying to detain another guy. Why? What are we doing? So they get arrested and then they're let out. No bail, because it's New York City, of course.